Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's CJ Curry. Appreciate you coming back to the channel. Or if this is your first time here, feel free to get subscribed. Free for you to hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there subscribing, go ahead and smack the like button as well. I'm going to set today's like goal at 99.5 likes. Meaning I'm going to take the over. I need your help. Let's get 100 or more likes on this video. And feel free to share this with a loved one, a family member, or a friend who's into betting on NBA player props. I'm sure this video will have some important information that could possibly help them win more. And man, since the last time we met, last time we talked, a lot has happened inside of the National Basketball Association. I mean, we see Luka Doncic get traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. And then on the heels of that, De'Aaron Fox is on the move. He's going to San Antonio. We got Zach LaVine going over to Sacramento. Wow, just a lot of movement right now in the association. I think this is just the start of maybe more trades to come. We'll see. I'm kind of expecting a pretty active NBA trade deadline, so keep your eyes peeled. And for today's video, I'm going to stick with NBA first half only player props. It helps us avoid situations where there could be potential blowouts, games getting out of hand, teams losing by 10, 20 or more points. So I hate that. That's one of the worst things that can happen to us as bettors, especially if we're playing the overs, taking the overs on some of these player props. So playing NBA first half only is a godsend. So thank you to PrizePicks for offering that. While I'm saying thank you to PrizePicks, guys, you should probably be thanking PrizePicks for this free square right here. Patrick Mahomes is still up on the board. You got about just under a week until this expires, but basically Patrick Mahomes taking on the Philadelphia Eagles if he has one passing yard or more in the Super Bowl. Well, this is a winning pick, so you can pair this with another pick of your choice. You can add 5 additional picks on top of this one and try to go for that 25x or more payout. Swing for the fences. Totally up to you how you want to do it. But normally you get about a $25 to $30 maximum amount on this promotion. So definitely take advantage of that. And PrizePicks is still running their promotion where you play your first $5 on PrizePicks. They're going to give you $50 in return. So whether you win or lose with that first $5, they're giving you money back, giving you about 10 times your money back, in fact. So definitely take advantage of that. I've left a link down in the description of today's video. Use promo code CJ Curry to take advantage. Appreciate all your support. All right, so what are we playing today? I said NBA first half, right? A couple of different guys who have been absolute wagons. In other words, they've been very reliable. They've been guys that are dependable, guys that we can count on in the first half. And we're going to start things off here with Domantas Sabonis of the Sacramento Kings. This will be the first time that he's played without De'Aaron Fox. Well, since the De'Aaron Fox trade, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see how the Sacramento Kings respond, knowing that De'Aaron Fox ain't coming back. All the rumors that have been swirling recently that De'Aaron Fox will be traded, well, they finally came true, and Fox is no longer a member of the Sacramento Kings. He'll be replaced by Zach LaVine, but not tonight. LaVine will not be playing for the Sacramento Kings. Will not make his Kings debut just yet. A little too soon here, but you got Domantas Sabonis holding the fort down until LaVine's ready to go here, and he's taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The first half points, rebounds, and assists for Sabonis this season have been absolutely money, so I'm going to go back to it. Hopefully it ends up cashing for us and it continues to be money for us. But taking a look at Sabonis's numbers, we're using outlier.bet. You can get a free 7-day access to outlier.bet down in the description of today's video. But we're looking at Sabonis here for this season, a 69% hit rate when it comes to this first half PRA, meaning he's had at least 21 or more points plus rebounds plus assists in the first half in 31 out of 45 games. He's averaging right around 23 first half PRA per game. And over the last 20 games or so, absolute smoke show. 85% hit rate, 17 out of 20 games. He has hit the over, averaging a nice 25 first half PRA in that 20-game span. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, how has he performed against the Minnesota Timberwolves head-to-head? Well, he's played them 3 times this season. The first 2 times, not so great, but that was earlier on in the season before Sabonis really got his sea legs, we'll call it. He's performed a lot better in recent memory, so kind of have to dismiss these first 2 games, but he did have just 15 first half PRA against Minnesota the first time that they met, then 20 first half PRA, so he came closer there, but still no cigar. But the most recent matchup, he did have 29 first half points, rebounds, and assists, and that came at the end of November. But like I said, since then, Sabonis has been playing much, much better basketball. I mean, you just kind of take a look at his charts here on Outlier. You could see that there was a lot of red to start the season, the first month or so of the NBA season. But since then, he has been on absolute overdrive, cruise control since that first 10 to 12 games or so to start the season. Now, one other thing that you could do with Outlier that I really love and appreciate is you could turn on filters. And in this case, we can go and look at games that he has played without De'Aaron Fox this season. And when we go and do that, we can take De'Aaron Fox out here. We're left with these 3 games. He's 3 for 3 in games without De'Aaron Fox this year. First half PRA, he's gone over in all 3 games. 33, 25, and 26 first half points, rebounds, and assists going up against this Minnesota Timberwolves team. So that's an average of 28 first half PRA. So despite what looks like a tough matchup on paper, Sabonis, without Fox, has been able to overcome against tough teams like Golden State, Miami, and Boston. So I don't put anything past Sabonis at this point. For me, it's just going to be a matter of, is his mental okay? Is he going to come out there and is he going to, play with dominance, or is he going to play like, oh, I really miss my teammate, my little buddy De'Aaron Fox. What am I going to do without him? So in this association, in this league, there's no time for you to sit there and sulk. Hopefully he comes out with the Warriors mindset and he comes out and crushes tonight. But really liking that one. That's your first play. Second first half option that I'm looking at here is another big man, Nikola Jokic. Some people call Domantas Sabonis Charmander. Some people call Nikola Jokic Charizard. However you want to look at these guys, you got to love some Nikola Jokic first half PRA. Why? Because he's taking on the New Orleans Pelicans today, and the Pelicans are starting a rookie at center, Yves Missi. And I just don't think that Yves Missi is the caliber of player that's going to slow down a Nikola Jokic. I think the young man might be in over his head. And so hopefully Jokic takes advantage of this matchup. Didn't play so well in previous matchups versus New Orleans this season, but this is a time for him to right the wrongs that he's had in the past. And I can't see a much better matchup in terms of on paper for centers than this one, Jokic versus Missi. So let's take a look at the first half PRA here for Nikola Jokic. Now, kind of the same thing with Sabonis. Came out a little slow to start the season. You can see he missed this prop quite a bit in the first week, 2 weeks or so to start the NBA season, but since then has really stepped his game up, and hopefully he continues to apply pressure tonight. But overall for the season, 60% hit rate. He's hit the over in 26 out of 43 games, averaging 26.35 first half PRA in that 43 game span. So how has he done over the last 20 games? Well, cooked, absolutely cooked. 75% hit rate over the last 20 games, averaging 26.7 first half PRA in that span. Now that average is kind of being drugged down here by this game where he had just 8 first half PRA against the New York Knicks, but we'll forgive the big man, Mr. Jokic, for having a bad game once in a while. He's allowed to do that, but tonight he's got to have a good game for us going up against this New Orleans team that ranks 25th in points allowed to centers, meaning there's only about 5 teams giving up more points per game to the center spot. 28th in rebounds allowed to centers, meaning there's only about 2 teams giving up more rebounds per game to the center spot. And they rank 10th in assists allowed. Now, I would be a little concerned about that, but we're talking about probably the best assist big man in all of basketball, maybe of all time. I'm just throwing it out there, but not too worried about that assist category for Jokic. He's going to get what he's going to get. And this looks like a really good matchup for him, again, across the board here in a variety of different categories. So how has he done head-to-head against New Orleans? Well, in previous seasons, he's done really well. 38 first half PRA, that was at the end of 2023, kind of an ancient history. Now, 31 first half PRA at the end of 2023. To start the beginning of 2024, he had 26 first half PRA versus New Orleans. But in the only matchup against New Orleans from this season, well, he had just 17 first half PRA, putting up 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. So again, this is an opportunity for him to right his previous wrongs. Hopefully he has a better game tonight against Yves Missy. This should not be a difficult matchup for him whatsoever. In terms of games played without Russell Westbrook, well, we've only got one that we can really reference, and it was against Charlotte. His only game played this year without Russ. He put up 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. So very impressive performance. Without Westbrook in the lineup, you're going to see Christian Brown fill in, and they're going to go back to that Murray, Brown, KCP, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic lineup. So hopefully Jokic continues to dominate in what looks like a really juicy matchup for him. So I like the over on that prop. And the third and final prop, this dude's been absolutely cooking since Jaden Ivey's been down. I'm talking about Malik Beasley for first half points at 8. Really good matchup against Atlanta. And again, this guy is just another one of those guys that have been an absolute wagon play. Somebody you can rely on, count on. You just kind of throw him in there, kind of like Kristaps Porzingis for his first half player props. He hit again yesterday, by the way, his first half points. But yeah, Malik Beasley, you could throw him in the same conversation as some of these other guys like Sabonis and Jokic. Just been absolutely killing it in the first half. So take a look over here on Outlier. I've already filtered out all the games where Jaden Ivey has sat out, and here's what you're left with. 19 games where Beasley has played without Ivey, and in those games, he's had at least 8 or more points in 84% of those games. 16 out of 19. Really nice hit rates here. So you got to love what you're seeing out of Malik Beasley. You could take this a step further and you could turn on the home filters if you want to look at just the home games for Beasley. Still an impressive 73% hit rate, 8 or more points. Now, he could potentially tie. He does have a lot of games where he's hit exactly 8 points, but he's also got some upside, especially in this matchup against the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks defense, especially on the wings, not very good. If you consider Malik Beasley to be a shooting guard, well, then this should be music to your ears. They rank 29th through the Atlanta Hawks in points allowed to the shooting guard position, meaning there's only one team in the NBA giving up more points to shooting guards than Atlanta. So really good matchup for Malik Beasley on paper. Even if you consider him to be, let's say, more of a small forward, a 3-man, well, Atlanta giving up 25th most points per game to small forwards. 5 teams that give up more points to the wings, the small forwards, than the Atlanta Hawks. So great matchup, no matter which way you cut it. Shooting guard, small forward, either way, Malik Beasley in a very good spot here. Now, you're probably wondering, how has he done against Atlanta this season? Well, he's done really, really good. In fact, 13 first half points against the Hawks back on November the 8th, 2024. And more recently, January 22nd, just about a week or so ago, he had another 13 first half point performance against the Atlanta Hawks. So the matchup for Malik Beasley, 2 for 2 this season against Atlanta, soaring past 8 first half points with no problemo whatsoever. So that's why I'm liking some Malik Beasley over his first half points at just 8. But that's my findings. What do you guys think? Are you liking any of these player props? First half only? Yay or nay? Let me know down in the comment section below. I love picking your brain. I love getting your feedback. I love hearing what you guys are playing. Maybe there's some player props out there that you got your eye on that you have not pulled the trigger on yet. Leave those down in the comment section below. Somebody might see this video, might see your comment, might tail that pick, and end up winning a little bit more thanks to you guys. So appreciate everybody for all the love and support. We'll continue to crank these videos out at a more regular pace. Thank you so much. Good luck on all your picks, plays, and parlays. And if you're inside of Dub Club and Discord, I'll be dropping even more picks just like I do each and every day. We'll see you in the inside. Peace.